All right, so here's the other thing I see. Pattern, I call it pattern too far to conductor's right. And so I'll see this a lot. And they got the beat from that. They will. They'll do this. They'll see things. But I don't think it is as effective as if you bring it here. Because now you're drawing their attention to your face. You can do things. Give them that eye. Because the action, the movement of the baton is here. And all the conductor has to do with them doing this is simply bend that elbow, bring it over, draw that attention to you. Make them look at you. They have to. You get all the action is right here. There we go. What are we seeing over here? You know, whatever's behind this. So drawing a pattern towards your face, I think, is really important, and it's an easy thing to do, but a lot of directors bring it way to the right. Here's another one I saw recently, was pattern was up here, and I don't know why. It was too high. I don't know, what do you do up here? I don't know, it was too high. And another one was too low. I saw the stand was about where I have it now, and as you can see, the kids can't see your conduct. You can't see my bottom of my gestures here. You can't see it. So a simple thing is bringing that stand down, dropping it, making sure you're visual here. And this is a thing I tell my students is they say, well, you know, conducting 101, they got their little music stands. I make them bring it down. They live here, and here's their head down, of course. They look beautiful like this. And I'm like, here's a trick, guys. Move that music stand away a little bit. Step away. You can still see your music. Do what you need to do. You can still turn the pages. And when you glance down, you don't have to glance down as far. Do this close to the music stand. When you glance down, everything's going down. So get those heads up. Okay, here's the other one I wrote down. If you want, I think movements here is air to them. It's their air. So if I want nice, smooth air, I see a lot of people on 3 do this big loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you want their air to go, that's what you're showing them. And we work too hard as conductors sometimes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's a trick. See my elbow? If my elbow doesn't move, watch how smooth that pattern will be. Right here in this plane. It doesn't go up and down and over. It's stuck right here. And it'll make a real smooth pattern for air right here. When you see, of course we have to move our elbow to do cues and those types of things, but if you have a real lumpy pattern, watch someone's elbow. It's probably a little troublemaker right here. If you want a smooth pattern, stationary, make this a stationary point, and that'll really make it real smooth for their air. And we get rid of that loop on 3, and that'll give a real long time for their air. Let's do a whole note on F again, please. If I had a whole note, I probably wouldn't beat through it. But I just want to be real super smooth with that pattern. Here we go, let's go again. You see how it affects the air? And they were even kind of doing it with me. They went whoop up like that. So, you know, again, when they look at me, I want them to know, listen, I want nice, smooth, steady air through whatever I'm doing in that music. And they're going to be reminded by that, by seeing that loop doesn't go flipping around on 3, on nice, slow music. All right. Oh, yes, here's another one. Let's do a nice, just watch, concert F, please, again. Just watch. I don't know why we do that. But, you know, so I feel like sometimes we're working so hard, we want them to get, you know, our whole body is into it. And so we're getting soft, and really, I've seen people, we just disappear away from it. Well, here we go. And so what we lose our effectiveness is if we bring in again our body language, when we want things soft, we bring it here, we bring it here. We can even, our face, we can show all that. But if we do this, we lose that effectiveness because pretty soon the tubas can't see you. And you don't want tubas not seeing you. Trust me. So I don't know why, anyway, that's an easy thing to fix, bending our whole body down on decrescendos. Okay. I call this the English T version. I like T, but I see people have this tension here. And they either get these fingers out like that, you can break them off. Because listen, you get up in front of your band. Listen, I know Miss Berry was probably out of her mind nervous this morning. Out of her mind. But if she walks up in front of this band, they probably are too. If you walk up in front of your band and you get up there and you're like, okay. Or you have this is another one I see. This tension. You get the knuckles all bent and you're saying, no, take a deep breath now. Everybody, here we go. It's going to be just fine. But they see this. And they're reading this body language. They're seeing it and like, okay, we'll be just fine too. So, listen, they're reading all these things. So on your grip, he's nice, relax, bring it around, try to fake him out that you're feeling fine, and off you go. But I really think they pick up a lot of messages when you have these tension things going on. Do we have tension in music? Sure. Not all the time, though. Tension release. Let's make them relax. We're not showing this English T knuckle version right here. Here's another common thing I see is baton pointing too far. You need to sleep? I told you. He's down, he's down. See, I could read his body language on that, you see. But baton pointing too far to conductor's left. Okay, and when this happens, it's just that simply you have your baton over like this in your hand, like this. And when you hold it like that, it goes to your left. And what this happens, here it is anybody on my right, which guess what, in this case is my tubas, can't see the tip of that baton. So where are we? Where, do you have that, you have the march that you played today? Yeah. Where was that little part in the number? I think it's the first grade, yeah. What's up here? A. How about A? Yeah. Guys, A. Letter A in the march. First time? First time. We won't go very far. Yeah. Letter A in the march. I'm going to hold this baton, kicking and waiting on my left. Here we go. Letter A. Tubas, what did you see? Anybody or mine to the start? What did you see? How did you get the beat from my conducting? What did you see? You can talk.
Not really much of anything.
He said not really much of anything.
I couldn't see like what the articulation was supposed to be because it was all over here, so all I see is this.
All he saw was this. He said he couldn't see the articulation, and he says all I see was this. And anybody on this side is going to do that. So I really encourage band directors that you get comfortable and you get this baton and you go right over here and it kicks off to your left, to be reminded that everybody on your right just doesn't see the tip of your baton. And all you've got to do is simply move that handle in your hand so it's not like this, more up like this. That natural extension of the hand, and it's not this. I see this a lot. A lot. So it means a lot of band members are not seeing the articulation from a lot of band directors. Easy fix. Bring it out right here. Okay. Right. Do you have that? Do you have this pretty piece, Monte Rossi? The last two measures of that. And this is one of my little thoughts about how you end things. And remember, just think about in your life, the last things that you do, these are pretty significant. You remember your last day of school, or your last day of work, maybe when you retire. You even remember the last scene of a movie, how it ends. You remember the things that are ending in your life. You know, they have somebody, what was their last words? You know, all these things. We have these ending things are significant in our life. And it's significant in music when we end things. And what I see commonly that conductors do is that they'll have something maybe soft and pretty, they're getting ready to breathe it in, and then they have one release in their bag of tricks. And the release just doesn't match the style of the music. There's all kinds of releases that we can do. And I'm going to show you one that I see sometimes. Here we go. Last two measures, or how about the last, maybe last three measures with the multi-retard? I don't know if you can see, but I got it all nice and soft, and I'm beautiful conducting. I see, oh, these guys are just doing wonderful jobs. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful, this is beautiful, this is beautiful. And then they'll quickly do a quick release. It's like, okay, I know it's almost done. So glad. So, you know, we want to bring things down, and we really want to think about how we're releasing sound into silence. Nice releases. I just want to have, I'll kind of spread the word that releases are matching. It's very important how we finish that sound into silence. And please, please make it match the style of the music that we're letting go. We're letting go. Not every movie has the ending where the person dies. Thank goodness. Okay, so we're not going to have every piece of music end off with, wheat, where we just choke off that sound. The variety of music, the variety of endings is the variety of music that we have out there. Let's make that match. Let's not be sudden and quick about it when it doesn't warrant it.